comedian David Boyle and I'm quitting alcohol. So I've just spent the last 2 days binge watching the Netflix show The Serpent, the life and the crimes of Charles Sobhraj. He was a fucking serial killer. Before I came to India the first time, someone gave me the book Serpentine, which is a book about Charles Sobhraj, but I never read it. So I knew who Charles Sobhraj was before The Serpent came out, but I didn't know exactly what he was up to. He got some fucking murdering done. You should watch it. It's a very fucking interesting show. The whole time you're watching it, you're like, would I be one of the cunts Charles Sobhraj and his crew would have been able to murder? And I think he would have been able to murder me pretty easily. Well, in some ways, I think he would have been able to murder me easily, but in other ways, I think I might have got away. So this is back in the 70s, and what he used to do was he would invite hippies and cunts to his like sort of lavish apartment. It had a pool and all this sort of shit, and he'd bring them over, befriend them, give them drinks, fucking spike the drinks, and then steal their money and their passports, and every now and then he'd fucking murder one of them. And I love back in the 70s how all you needed to do to forge a passport was put your own photo in it. You just needed to glue your own photo into someone else's passport, and that would get you through almost 100% of customs around the world. Even in the show, they had someone from the US government look at the passport, and he's like, God damn it, this is a good forgery. And literally all he's done is glued the photo in. He's like, I don't know how he did it. I'll have to get an expert to look at this. This is beyond my pay grade. I don't know how anyone got caught for crimes in the 70s. If you're in jail before 1990, you are a fucking retard. To get caught for anything in the 70s, you literally have to leave one of your fingers behind. We found a finger at the crime scene, and the accused does not have a finger. Yeah, but anyway, he would entice people back to his place that had a swimming pool. There would be a party going on, drinks flowing, and then he'd drug them and steal their shit, and every now and then just murder them. So you're watching this show and you're putting yourself in the position of the people who are getting murdered, and you're like, would I be in that position? And it's tough, because if Charles Sobhraj and his ratty little Indian sidekick came up to me in a bar and were like, hey, you should come back to our place. We've got a big pool party going on. There's going to be girls and drinks. I'd be like, yeah, that sounds all right, but I'm good, eh? And what they would be thinking is, fuck, this guy's vigilant. This guy is not taking any risks. This guy is going to be a hard egg to crack. But what's really going on is, I'm like, a pool party? There is no fucking way I'm going to a fucking pool party, even if there is girls there, because as soon as I take my fucking shirt off, the chances I'm going to pick any of them up go to almost zero. So I'm not going, Charles. I'm not going to your fucking pool party, all right? Pool party was never enticing to me. The only time I ever took my shirt off in front of girls was when it was past the point of no return. Like, she's not going to back out just because the bod is horrific. And plus, I'll turn the light off anyway. So it'll just be a touch thing. Not a sight thing. So I would have been like, sorry, boys, I'm having fun here. I'm not coming to your stupid fucking pool party. And then they would have walked off and talked to each other, just gone, this guy is impossible. And Charles would have said, but I've got an idea. And they would have come back and they would have said, it's free booze. And I would have been like, hey, where is this party? Let's get a tuk-tuk. Let's go. So they probably would have got me back to the pool party, but I reckon I would have been pretty hammered by then. So when they got me back to the pool party, they would have tried to spike my drink. But what happens to me after I've had a few drinks is I put my drink down and I just start drinking whatever drink is closest. It doesn't matter. If I started off with a beer, I'll be drinking a Mai Tai cocktail on the other side of the pool. But eventually I do end up violently ill. Not because I've been drugged, because I've drunk every single fucking loose drink around the bar. Mai Tais, gins, a few beers with cigarettes in them. You know, and it just accumulates and I just need to throw up. So I'm in the toilet and I am just fucking sick. Spew all over the wall, the bowl's covered. I've locked the door and they think they're poisoned me. So they're knocking on the door trying to give me some medicine. And I'm just like, fuck off. I'll be out soon. And they're like, we've got some medicine for you. I'm like, I don't take fucking medicine. Just fuck off. I'll be out there in an hour or so. Just wait. And Charles Sobhraj will be like, you'll feel much better if you take this medicine. I'm like, I told you, cunt, I don't take fucking medicine. Just leave me alone for a minute. For fuck's sake. And then they all get together and try and regroup. And they're like, I've never seen anything like this guy. It's like he's been one step ahead of us all the way. And Charles Sobhraj would be like, hold on, I've got an idea. And he'd come back to the toilet door and knock on the door. I'd be like, I said fuck off. And Charles Sobhraj will be like, hey, when you're done in there, we've got a little bit of Coke if you want to try it. I'd be like, all right, I'll be out there in a second. But I'm not. I'm just in there for another 4 or 5 hours, just dry reaching, throwing up, emptying my fucking stomach lining, finding cigarettes in there. And then eventually when day breaks again, I'm starting to feel a little bit better. And I leave the toilet and I walk into the kitchen and the lounge room and I see Charles Sobhraj and his crew there and they're all asleep. So I'm like, fuck it. I go into their room, steal all their... I go into their room, steal all their jewelry, steal all their passports, take all the cash and fuck off back to Kosan Road for a little bit of a party. That's exactly how it would have played out. Because, Charles Sobhraj, you may be the Serpent, but I am David Boyle. Alright, that is it for tonight. Go watch that show and this will make a little bit more sense if you haven't seen it. Anyway, I'll see you the fuck later.